Hello. All right, this video is going to be about the customers and the different types of customers that you're going to face as a driver, no matter where you are in the world. I'm also going to give you some pointers on how to engage in conversation, and some pointers on how to determine if the rider doesn't want to conversate. All right. So let's talk about in the early morning hours. If you choose to drive in the early morning hours, you're going to run into a lot of people that's going to work. There's a lot of people have to be to work like wee hours of the morning. So if you're driving like 5 in the morning, at 6 in the morning, whatever, those early morning hours, you're going to run into a lot of people that's going to work. That's mostly a very settled time in the morning because it's so early. So, people just trying to get to work on time and stuff like that. Depending on what city or state you're in, whatever, the traffic can fluctuate and be a little strenuous as the morning commute begins. Maybe I say around about 7, depending on what location you're in. Maybe some locations are as early as 6 o'clock, where the morning commute is really rough. As a driver, you're gonna have to know how to maneuver through that morning commute, not get frustrated. We're gonna talk about that too. Okay, but the customers, you're gonna run into kids. Some mornings you're gonna pick up kids that have to go to school. You're gonna pick up people that go to doctors and have to be at the hospital at a certain time and stuff like that. Okay, so when somebody get in your car or whatever, some will speak, some won't speak, but okay, so you say good morning, whatever, they say good morning, you're like, how's the day going? How's everything today? You know what I'm saying? If they were like, oh, well, everything's fine, the morning starting off this way or that way, I hope it be a better day today. You know what I'm saying? That's a conversation, engaging conversation. So at that point, you can maybe initiate a conversation based off of that feedback from the rider. Okay. Then you'll get those that don't want to talk, and you'll be like, hey, how you doing? How's everything going today? And they'll be like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you buckle up and you drive them where they have to go. Everybody's not going to talk. Your job is to get them from point A to point B. But it's easier when there's a conversation, in these conversations that you may strike with these people, try to keep your personal business to yourself. Some riders will try to fish and try to know your story, but you just you dance around it. Don't divulge too much information about your personal life or things that you may be going through at the time or whatever. We know everyone is human, no one is perfect, and no matter who you are, we all go through things on a daily basis. But sometimes you have to keep those things to yourself, because you have a customer and that might be trying to fish into your personal life and stuff like that. You don't want that. You're going to pick up some people in the morning that's going to be kind of irate, that's going to be late and going to want you to go this way or go that way, to try to get them to work quicker. Now, you have to command your car, meaning no matter whether it's your car or it's the rental car that you're paying for, it's still your car while you're in it. So you have to command the car. So when they start this and that, maybe sometime they can tell you maybe you should go this way. It's a little bit shorter. You can take that advice. But when they get to like turn here, turn there, do this, do that, you have to nip that in the bud. Those are called backseat drivers. You cannot have that in your car, because they wait till you get up on a turn, and then it's a turn here, and you have to make a sudden move, and it could cause an accident, or it could cause the police to pull you over for making a sudden jerking the vehicle or whatever. It's not good. So you tell them, you say, excuse me, with all due respect, ma'am or sir, I'm gonna follow the map. I don't really care too much for the backseat driving or going off of the diagram. You know what I'm saying? Some of them may be like, well, it's easier to go this way and it's easier to go that way. You just tell them, say, I'm gonna follow the map. That's all. If they don't like the way you're going, you can say, well, if you don't like the way I'm going or whatever, I can cancel the trip. That way you can call another LYFT. And that's simple as that, It's always your right to cancel a trip if you feel uncomfortable or you feel pressured into doing something that you should not be doing, like driving faster and things of that nature. Okay, you're going to run into those that's going to be talking on the phone a lot. And some of them are going to be very loud, cussing, things of that nature. Once again, you have to command your vehicle. And you have to say, excuse me, with all due respect, can you please lower that down a little bit? And please try not to use so much profanity in my vehicle. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If they have a problem with that, say, well, sir or ma'am, I can cancel the trip, and you can call another LYFT if you would like that. But it's just too much loud talking. It distracts you as a driver. And the profanity, you might not be a person of profanity like that. So you have the right to tell them that, okay? All right? You can run into people that had these vape things, these vape machines. They vape so much, they'll accidentally vape while they're in the car. You got a cloud of smoke in there. You got to be like, hey. Man, we don't do no smoke. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. Then 15 minutes later, 10 minutes later, another cloud of smoke. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm sorry, it's a habit. At some point, you got to ask yourself, is it a habit or are you doing this on purpose? So what you do, if they happen a second time and they hit it and it's another cloud of smoke, at that point, you pull over, you cancel the trip, and you tell the person to exit the vehicle. They're breaking the rules in your vehicle. If you don't smoke in your vehicle, why would you allow them to smoke in the vehicle? Okay? And you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to be disrespectful to them. You just say, excuse me, I'm going to cancel this trip. I asked you the first time not to do it, and you did it the second time. You cancel the trip, and you pull over and ask them to exit the vehicle. Plain and simple as that. Drivers don't get enough respect. A lot of customers don't respect you. A lot will respect you. Your job is to drive them from point A to point B, all the while being safe and courteous. All customers are not going to be courteous, but that's okay. just giving you an insight on what you're actually going to be dealing with on a daily basis when it comes to customers. Now, here's something that I'm going to do a whole video on, but I'm going to touch on it right now briefly. Medicaid riders. My God. Whole nother ball game. That's why I need a whole video to talk about that. Now, with Medicaid riders, this is how you can tell if it's a Medicaid ride. All of the letters in the name are capital. So if it's markers, all of the letters are going to be capital letters. That's a Medicaid rider. That means he has Medicaid insurance, which is paying for the trip. Okay. Along with the capital letters, there's going to be a set of instructions attached to that ride. And the set of instructions is going to be something like he has rider has a walker, or it'll be something like help rider to the car, in the car, help rider to the door at the doctor. That's a whole lot of something that I'm gonna talk about when I talk about Medicaid in the next video. Okay. So if the person has a wheelchair or a walker that can fit in the trunk of your car, you help them with you open the trunk and you grab it and you put it in the trunk of the car. Don't alter it or anything, because that's not your job. Your job is to put it in the trunk of the car and get them a ride where they need to be at. Now, a lot of the Medicaid riders are going to complain. They're going to have, they're going to talk about being up. They're going to be upset with Medicaid because half of the time, when they send Lyft riders to pick up a Medicaid driver, it's because they could not find a transportation company that would pick them up. So they send a Lyft driver to pick them up. So when the Lyft driver gets there, the people are mad because they're late for their appointments. Then you're getting all this lip from them. Now, you still have to command your car. And you have to clearly tell them, say, excuse me, with all due respect, I'm just a Lyft driver, and the trip was just sent to me, and I came en route to pick you up. Whatever issues that you have with Medicaid, you need to call them and take it up with them. Some of them going to keep going back and forth with you, and you tell them one more time, I have nothing to do with that. They sent me to ride, and I came to pick you up, and I'm going to drop you off. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them are disabled, you know. Then, so a lot of them are older. So, you know, with that comes attitudes and all types of stuff. So you just got to pretty much buckle up, drive them to where they need to be at, drop them off. Okay? Then you have these Medicaid riders that have these service dogs. That's what I'm going to talk about next episode, next video, when I talk about this Medicaid stuff, because that's something else in itself that needs to be addressed. Along with this, helping them in the car and helping them out the car to the doctor's office, I'm going to address all of that. And I'm going to give you some pointers on how to deal with that. What I seen that works for me. Lyft throws a lot on the drivers, and the drivers don't have a lot of say-so. Nothing protects us as drivers. I'm going to say something because it's what I've noticed. Lyft mistreats the drivers bad. A driver doesn't have a voice. And I'm gonna tell you something else that's very bad with that Lyft platform. Lyft does not have a dedicated customer service that you can pick up the phone and call. They have the worst customer service that I've ever seen attached to a company that's making millions of dollars on a daily basis. I'm going to say this again. Lyft has the worst customer service ever. They do not have a dedicated customer service phone number that the drivers can call if they have some type of complaint or something the like thereof. You have to reach out to them through a message. You got to go through these what is it? There's like scripted questions, and if one pertains to you, then you touch it, and you go through the process of getting ready to leave a message. Or you can go through it and you can be like, you can touch some and then go down to it and say, I have a different issue. And you can go through the process until you are able to leave a message. Okay? At that time, a customer service rep is going to come through. Hello, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. How can I help you? You tell them what your problem is. They get back with you. Let me check things out, and stay right there. I'm gonna get back with you in a moment, right? So you're sitting right there and you're voicing your opinions or things that happen or whatever. Then they come back. The next few messages are scripted, meaning these are computerized messages. You never get an answer to your problem. And then after continuously trying to talk to them to get an answer for why you reached out to them, after that, they'll tell you, well, if this is done with, we would like to close this out and move on. So you get no help. I'm just telling you, the customer service for Lyft is absolutely ridiculous. And, you know, with all of the money that this platform is making on a daily basis by taking large chunks of money from the drivers, they should at least have a dedicated customer service where you can pick up the phone and call. So, you know what you're getting into when you sign up with Lyft, okay? I'm going to tell you what you need to know, because these are things that you're going to face. These things are more important than talking about how much money you posted this week, how much money you made this week, or, you know, chastising the character of somebody that has had a bad experience with Lyft in their area, driving Lyft in their area. These are the things that you're going to face on a day-to-day basis. My goal is to give you as much of the information that I have acquired in the 5 months that I have been driving and moving forward. That's going to help you make a decision on whether you want to drive for Lyft. And if you do make the decision to drive for Lyft, you are well prepared. Or you can come back to my videos and you can learn how maybe learn how to deal with certain situations. Now, I don't know everything, but I've ran into a lot, and I have documented a lot of things. And I can answer the best I can. And maybe some things I may not know. And maybe someone may look at this video that understands what I'm trying to do. And maybe we can build, like I said, we can build a following, a group of people that can help one another. Because my number one goal here, goal here is to cut out the middleman and to become a boss, because that's what I am. You know, I'm gonna leave videos. I'm gonna continue to drive, and I'm gonna document my progress, and I'm gonna, every time I see something that needs to be spoke about, I'm gonna speak on it. And I'm gonna say this one more time, as I said in the last 2 videos. Everybody's results are gonna be completely different. And that's factors, a few things is to factor in those. And that's the cents per mile that you're going to be paid in your geographical location. It's the price of the gas in your geographical location. It's the demand in your location. And it's the bonuses that you're going to receive or not receive in your location. Everybody's results is going to be different, you know. And it's a lot of things to take into consideration. Over here on this channel, Rideshare RealTalk, we're going to speak about things that actually happen in the car. And we're going to talk about realistic stuff, you know. Oh, don't get it twisted. You can make some money. But remember this also. Everybody drives Lyft or Uber for their own purpose. Okay? So some people might be driving to pay off credit card bills. Some people might be driving to have extra money to get their nails and hair done. Some people might be driving to pay the car insurance or the car note. Some people might be driving to put groceries in the house or to pay for a hotel room so they can have somewhere to lay their head at. So everybody's agenda is different. Also remember this. These people with these YouTube channels that have all of these followers and subscribers, which by the way, they are doing a great job. All of them have an agenda as well. So the things that they won't talk about in their video, I'm going to talk about. Okay? The things that they won't speak about. I'm not concerned whether nobody click a link of mine or not. I can only be 100% real with you. If you click my link, it's because you feel confident that you can come back to my channel and when you get a problem and you got your answers there, you know, that's all, because I'm learning too. Like I said, we can build a community of people to help one another. Now, if you're lucky enough to reach $2,000 or $2,500, hey man, kudos to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? But over here, we're gonna talk about what actually happens in the vehicle, the particulars, and we're gonna talk about what it's like to deal with Lyft while you're driving on their platform. They do not have any respect for the drivers. None. And I'm telling you this. And I'm not the only one that's saying this. Now, remember this. It's people that have videos on the Lyft topic, on the topic of Lyft, driving for Lyft, that have no subscribers, no followers, barely get any views. Because they are talking about things that make sense. They are experienced with Lyft or Uber, okay? They're not sugarcoating anything. They're not saying certain things to run you away. They're just trying to be genuine with you and give you their experience with driving with Lyft. No one can chastise those people's character and say how much effort they put in and what they didn't do and what's wrong with their character. None of that, because everybody's in a different location, and everybody's results again is going to be different. You know, if people have good areas that they're in and they're making good money, then, you know, thumbs up to you. You know, I'm all for everybody that's doing great. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, my goal here is to try to tell people what it's actually like in the vehicle as a driver, and all of the things that you have to deal with to be on the Lyft driving platform. And it is a lot. You hear me? Now there's a lot of people that have videos that talk some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to call no names, but it's a lot of them that's telling you the science behind a lot of stuff too. And some of them I really got views and everything. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna grow together. I'm gonna get better. This lightning out here and all this stuff, you know, they had a haircut and all that stuff. All that stuff is gonna change. We're gonna grow together, and I'm gonna bring you some value that you can actually use if you decide to drive Lyft. I want you to know exactly what you're getting into when you sign up to the Lyft platform, because you're gonna be going on vacation. Well, until the next video, I holla.